Hello, Steve Arts 89. Well, apparently the whole world woke up today and discovered everything's made in China. I thought we all knew this because the scam apparently was um, basically all these luxury companies were manufacturing things in China, and they had this agreement where they would keep manufacturing things in China if China didn't ever tell anyone that's what they were doing. And then China turned around today and said, "Well, you're at war with us now, in a trade war. So we're not taking any prisoners. So we're going to let all those clauses go." And now all these companies that are making all these luxury brands that are supposedly made in other countries, and that makes them better somehow, are now just saying, "No, we make them here. Our Birkins or whatever are made here. Sorry, it's all made here. It's all made here and then shipped to these other countries where they finish them. They basically put a label on them and put them in the box, and then they hand them over to the retailers in America, and they sell them for like $6,000 when they only cost like $100 or something. And it just baffles me. These people think because these things are made in Italy or whatever that they're worth that money, and that they really think that a business would spend $5,000 on or I don't know how much, thousands on it making a bag, so they could sell it for like 6,000 when they could just make it in China for $60 and then sell it for 6,000 and then lie to the customer and say that it was made somewhere, in Italy or somewhere, and therefore it's luxury or something when it's just made in China. So yeah, it's just been fascinating to see this because I didn't know people didn't know. I didn't know people didn't know that this stuff was being made in China. I just don't know how they didn't know. But apparently it's a thing, and America's waking up to this today, and they're all being rocked and rattled and shocked, and it's funny to watch. I mean, the way I've understood it sort of was like with my Transformers, my masterpiece ones. None of them are Hasbro or anything. They're all from China, and they're exactly the same. And my assumption is that because Transformers were originally made in Asian markets, when they were licensed to America, they kept rights so they could produce them locally. So you get all these locally produced Transformers that are exactly the same as the ones that are made for America, and they're sold on the other markets, and they don't sue them or anything because I'm guessing they either get a cut or it's just part of the agreement. That's the only way I can rationalize how I have shelves full of Transformers from China that cost a lot less than the ones in America. Like I'm getting them for like $50 to $150, whereas in America they're selling for $250 to $1,000, and they're exactly the same thing. And now all these people who buy other products, bags and stuff like that, and shoes, are discovering that it's all being made in China and it's all exactly the same. And they thought they were getting something different when they weren't. I always knew, at least with that product, what I was getting, but apparently no one in America knew what they were getting with their luxury products. It's really funny to watch. It's just funny to watch this happening, and to see all these Chinese companies now saying, buy locally, buy directly from us, save money, skip the tariffs, let's go around America. You don't need America. We don't need America. They're 15% of our market. We've been here for 5,000 years. We don't care. It's amazing how China just let it go. They just let it rip, and it's like, wow, this is going to be fun to watch on some level. But yeah, the weird thing is some people are still going to buy those $6,000 bags because even though they know they're only worth $60 and they're not made somewhere else and worth more money, they still know that other people know they paid $6,000 for it, and that's the point. To feel better than other people and to try and make people want to be them because I can afford a $6,000 bag, and these people will aspire to be them, and it's just this really sad capitalist joke and commercialism and everything. It's just, yeah, just the main thing for me is just realizing that people didn't know, and just it's blowing my mind. And I had to make a video and talk about the fact that this is happening, and apparently all these people in America didn't know all this stuff was made in China. I'm like, how did they not know? How did they actually think that these companies would spend thousands making these high quality products to sell for a decent markup when they can make them in China for $60 and get like an obscene markup? I gotta go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this whole thing.